Today we're going to review the Blockwallah stamps. Now these are hand-carved stamps from India. They're very thick, and they're all hand done, so they're really kind of gorgeous. Let's take a look.
Let's look at them. So here they are. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different stamps, and you can see how thick they are. So they're made out of Indian rosewood. These are hand carved by Indian artisans, and the sale of these actually benefits impoverished women in India, which I think is, it's a wonderful cause. Each one of them comes with this nice little string and a little bell. You can hear the bell, and a bead, and the little pamphlet that you see on there tells you how to use them, how to wash them. They wash just with soap and water, so I like that about them. You don't have to use like a stays-on ink remover or anything like that. And what I really love about these is the absolutely beautiful, intricate artwork in these. Just look at that. And it's deeply carved. And you can see, so hand carved, which I just think is incredible that they were able to do that. And then the top of it is painted to give this nice surface for stamping.
Right, and so you certainly can use them as a decoration in your home.
Absolutely.
But stamping, you do need to remember a couple of things. One of which is there needs to be some give to press this onto your paper.
Right.
So you're going to need to use a mouse pad or a towel, something underneath your paper, so that when you stamp, that can give.
Right.
Okay, so
and you're going to
different.
get a better impression that way, because the nature of a woodblock stamp is that it is very hard. It's not like a rubber stamp, which has its own give. So you have to find something else for that give.
Now we did find that it works perfectly with any kind of paint. So acrylic paints, we used a shimmering watercolor paints that give a beautiful look.
Right, there are glitter stamping paints that are great for this as well.
So all of that is going to work quite perfectly with them. In addition, some regular stamping, doing with multiple layers of embossing powder, and pushing into.
In this one, you've got that embossing powder heated and melted in the back, and then you press into it with a cotton white StazOn. And I love the impression that you get, because it's such a deep stamp. You're really going to get a nice impression.
And obviously that white StazOn was attached to or stamped onto the stamp before it was impressed.
Ink the stamp and then pressed in.
And you can also use the regular watermark ink pads with embossing powder, so that's going to work beautifully.
And you see, something that you have to sort of allow for these wood blocks is that you're going to get sort of a rustic look. This has a little bit grainy. It's not a perfect imprint, but that's just the nature of woodblock stamps.
And that's part of the beauty of it. So just a lot of variety that you can do, and knowing that you're doing a good thing. So bottom line, how did you feel about these?
Well, number one, I love them because they're just gorgeous. They're really unique. That Indian style look, I think, is just beautiful. And I think it's a work of art just in itself. It's a work of art just sitting around somewhere. But they also are very fun to use with those different mediums.
Yeah, so we give it a big thumbs up.
Sure.